Good morning, everyone. This is Scrap Lady here. I didn't even check my hair before I started this video, so that's okay. Hello. It is Friday morning, and once again, I am exhausted. Not sleeping well at all. I was up at 5 a.m. this morning, and it's now 9:46, and I'm just like, I'm either going to go back to bed or something. I don't know. I really want to do stuff. I have stuff I have to do. But anyways, I just wanted to share with you a small little haul that I got from Goodwill yesterday. I'm still looking for Scrabble tiles, and so I haven't found any more. But anyways, I did pick up a couple things, got a good deal. Couple interesting stories. I went out, day before yesterday, so Wednesday, and I was just at an appointment, and then I did a video, anyways, and I think I did a video. Anyways, so I was out and about, and I kind of went to Michael's just to see what they had in clearance. And they have a lot of paper pads, not clearance, but DCWV paper pads for $5.99. $4.99. I'm sorry, $5. $4.99. And then they have an extra 15% off this week. And I don't know if that 15% off coupon, your total purchase, if you can use it on that. I found some paper pads that I liked, and they would have ended up being $4.24, I think, each, which is a really super deal. But I restrained. I was really good. I didn't buy them. I didn't buy anything there. I did have some things in my basket, and then I just said, no. They were the 50-cent items, and I was going to buy them. They look like, I'll show you what they look like. I can get this one up here. They look like these. They're little, sorry, the clip is messed up, but doesn't matter. So they look like little chalkboards, okay, and they have a paper clip on the back. And so what I want to use them for, and I have a couple sets of these, I guess. I want to use them. The other ones were a little bit bigger and more square, I think. And there were 6 in a package, and they were 50 cents, and they had some nice colors. And so I want to use these for like my daughter's recipe books. But I have quite a few of them. I just have to dig them out. And I liked those, and so I had them. They were outside. I had them in my cart, and so I shopped around, and I looked at the paper, and I'm really trying to be good. And, well, you can see where I'm sitting. I have enough paper, don't you think? I mean, really? And you're not even seeing a quarter of what I have, or an eighth, or whatever. So I was good. I restrained, and I did not buy the paper. So my story is that I left the store. It's in like a little mini mall. I left the store, and I'm driving out of the parking lot, and there's this woman in the middle of the aisle, in the middle of the parking, the exit, kind of where you go out, before you go out. And so there's this other woman outside the car, and 3 kids ranging in age, I would say from maybe 8 or 9 to maybe 12, and 3 girls with this woman. And so they're all surrounded, this car, and they're talking to the woman in the car. I can't get by because she's blocking the whole aisle. I need to go around her to get out of the parking lot. So I was nice, and I figured, well, maybe they're just stopping to say hi and they're going to go. I waited, a reasonable amount of time, maybe a half a second. No, kidding. I waited, I don't know, maybe just under a minute, maybe, okay? A reasonable amount of time. And I just tooted my horn a little bit. So she kind of like moved an inch or two, literally, okay? And I'm like, okay, I still can't get around you. So she's chatting, and I wait. So I I didn't go, tooted my horn just a little. So I'm like, and so, the woman, had her head inside talking, And the youngest kid, I swear she was probably 8 years old, flips me the finger. I was like, what? So she pulls over a little bit enough. In the meantime, there's a car still trying to back out. She's still in the way of everybody, okay? She's in the way of not just me, but other people too. So she pulls over a little bit, enough for me to go around her. So I pull ahead. I didn't care. I was like really, really mad. Roll my window down. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. One of the kids goes, what? I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. The mother, who I thought was the mother. And she looks over, she goes, what? And I said, do you realize that your daughter just gave me the finger? Is that acceptable? That's extremely rude and unacceptable in my book. And so she goes, she's not my kid, I'm just babysitting. I said, I really don't care. That's unacceptable. And so she looks at the kid, and she looks at me and she goes, she said you gave her the finger first. And then that girl and another girl come right up to my car, like right up to my window, the window of my car. I had my window, and they stood right there. And I'm like, that's very rude what you just did. And is it okay if I drive away? And meantime, they were standing right behind a car that was trying to back out. So I'm like, just starting to roll. And I said, you better be careful because that car is going to back right into you. And they bolted back to the car. But that car was just sitting there. Really? Is this what people are teaching their kids nowadays? I'm sorry, but that's unacceptable. I was just like, what the heck? Anyways, that's just my little rant for today. No, I have another one. I'm not done. So anyways, then yesterday I took my mom to the doctors, and then I was going to go over and babysit Becca's baby because she was going to go have her hair cut. And when we got back from the doctors, you know, I was hungry, and I asked my mom, oh, can I have some of your soup? Because she makes homemade soup, and it's really good. So I said, can I have a bowl of soup before I go to Becca's house? So she said, sure, of course. So, you know, they had already eaten lunch before we went to the doctors, and I had eaten a late breakfast, so I wasn't hungry until I got back. So I was eating my soup, and all of a sudden, I don't know if I told you, my mom was in the emergency room on Wednesday. I've had, like, really rough few weeks. You know, I mean, we came back from Montreal to my dad being in the hospital. Before that, we came back from Mexico to my mom and dad being in the hospital. And then my dad had been hospitalized 2 times while we were in Montreal. I probably told you all this, but anyways, my dad's doing phenomenally, by the way. Hit his gallbladder out. He's going to be 86 in August. And just as a, for instance, we had to go to Walmart, and I went with him, and he's like 3 aisles ahead of me. I can't even keep up with the guy. Okay. Anyway, so he's doing really well, which is good. So my mom was in the emergency room Wednesday with chest pain kind of. So they called me. You know, I talked to her in the morning, and she wasn't doing well. And so anyways, my dad had called me later in the afternoon, and I went rushing over there, and we spent the evening in the emergency room. And so she ended up going home. They couldn't find anything wrong with her. They couldn't find what she was having, these episodes of lightheaded dizziness and feeling clammy and all that. It was really vague as to what and where the symptoms were. She said some chest tightness, but not really sure. So they did all the tests they could. They did everything, and everything was negative. And so I went there yesterday to go. She was having a pacemaker check, so I went there yesterday to go with them to the doctors, because I like to go because they don't really understand or remember everything. And so it's good, you know, to have somebody with them, and I can do that. So anyways, she had told me that she had an episode. She didn't have any episodes of this pain or whatever it was from Wednesday when I went over there at like 2:30. That was her last episode. And then we took her to the emergency room, and she never had an episode in the emergency room. She told me she had one in the car on the way home. So then I said, oh, goodness. So she was okay. They checked her pacemaker. Everything is awesome. Her pacemaker was not firing on Wednesday, so it wasn't anything to do with her pacemaker. And it's functioning very well. And She's actually not using it. I mean, it's not firing that often. It's really, really, it's good. Everything is good with that. So then I had my bowl of soup, as I was saying, and while I was eating my soup, she was just sitting there. We were just chit-chatting, and she had another episode. So I was able to see it, and of course they don't have a blood pressure cuff, and I really needed to check her blood pressure because I wonder if it's just one of those, her blood pressure's going down. Although wasn't standing or anything, we were just sitting. I don't know what it was, but she would describe, she was very clammy, and so my dad and I went to that's when he was like several paces ahead of me, went to Walmart, picked up, he had to pick up a couple grocery things, and I got the blood pressure cuff, and so we went back, and I just told them, it's one of those ones you put on your arm and then you just press the button and it starts and it stores all the blood pressure. So I said, please check her blood pressure a few times throughout the day, and then if she has an episode, check it again. And she's going back to the doctors on, we made an appointment with her cardiologist for next Wednesday instead of waiting till October. So she'll have all her blood pressures to kind of figure out what's going on. Hopefully that's going to give us a really true idea if it is something wrong with her blood pressure, they need to change her medication or whatever. So anyways, but she's fine after, and it lasts maybe less than a minute. So I just told her just to be reassured that she had all the tests she could have, and that for now, until we see the doctor, we just need to monitor her blood pressure and just to try to be calm, but if the episodes get any worse or they last any longer, I told her call me and all this other stuff. So I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I hope that the answer is that it's her blood pressure, and that, he can just say, oh yeah, I really need to change your medicine. Or he might change her medicine anyways, because he recently changed her blood pressure medicine to a different one when she was starting to have these heart problems before her pacemaker. So it could be that. Overall, things could be a lot worse. So anyways, I didn't end up going to Becca's house because I was, really needed to stay with my mom for a bit and find out what was going on and everything. So where am I going with this story? So anyways, everything was good. So, I stayed there for a while and everything was good. So I left, and then I went to, I think I just went to Goodwill. Yeah, I did. I went to the Goodwill. And no, I went to Joann's too, but I went to Goodwill first. And of course, I throw everything in my basket, and then I say, okay, what do I really need? How much do I don't want to spend more than $10. And what can I take out of my basket? So that's kind of the way I shop over there. And so anyways, I bought, of course, I always go in the kids section because I look for my Scrabble games, but I also bought this big Angry Bird. Hello. I'm an Angry Bird freak, in case anybody knows. One night, I'm going to put up a shelf somewhere, I think right over here, but you can't see. But anyways, I have like a lot of and I'm a freak, Angry Bird freak person. I don't play the game anymore, but I just love the Angry Birds. 99 cents for this big, big, big one. I have the little ones too, but the big one, 99 cents. I know, whatever. 99 cents, it makes me happy. And I get 10% off because I have a card. So anyway, so then they had a whole bunch of rubber stamps. And I had several in my basket, and then I kind of went, okay, be realistic. You just got rid of like a zillion rubber stamps, So I only bought 2 out of all the ones that I put in my basket. So this one I just thought was I love snowmen, and I like it a lot. So that's going to make a really good, I can cut it out around it. And I can, make it dimensional and put it on a card. I can color it. I can do all kinds of things with it. So that was 99 cents. 99 cents. Then this one, I'm going to have to stamp it and see what it looks like. I mean, it looks pretty freaky right from here. Maybe it looks a little better when you stamp it. But it was 50 cents, okay? And I don't know. I just thought it was funny. So I had to buy it. The couple looks a little freaky. Dum dum da dum. The wedding. I don't even have dum dum da dum. Whatever. So it was 50 cents, and I thought it would be funny to put on a card for somebody or something because I have a couple weddings. So I don't know. it was 50 cents. What can I say? So that's all I bought for that. And then I did buy something else? Anyway, so then, so this is the story of Goodwill. Before I show you the rest of the stuff that I bought. So I go in line, right? And there's a woman at the cashier, and then there's another woman, and then there's me. And so the woman at the cash register must have had maybe 15 or more articles of clothing. Okay. She was at the cash register trying them on over her shirt. What do you think? Do you think this looks good? Do you think this fits me okay? And she was inspecting and I had seen this happening before I even got to the thing, and I thought, I wasn't really sure if she was actually, like, checking out or she was just talking to a friend that happened to be at a closed register. I wasn't really sure what the deal was, but it was an open register. And so she proceeded to look at every article of clothing she had. Like, what I suspect is that she went down the aisle and went poop, 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 and just shoved things in her cart and never really even looked at them, checked sizes or anything. So she got to the register and she decided this was where she should try on the clothes and inspect them. So the cashier was trying to say, do you want this one? Do you want this? Do you want this? And she had maybe 6 or 8 things that no, I don't want that. But this was going on for a long time, and the woman behind her, in front of me in line, had been in line for quite a bit, because I had seen it going on when I was walking around, and just before I was ready to check out. And so she ended up calling a manager, and the manager, she said to the manager, this woman, pointing to the woman in front of me, has been waiting in line. Do you mind checking her out? So the manager said, yeah, sure, not really knowing what was going on. So I get up to the register, and I'm just standing there, looking at the woman, looking at the cashier, trying to get the cashier's eye, like, what is she doing? And she's still taking forever, right? So I bought this thing of paper, okay, this ream of paper. It's not like a regular ream, but it's brand new from Staples, and it was $2.99, which is a good deal. I believe it's cardstock paper. But anyways, so it's in a package, right? And so I said, you know what? I'm going to give her like a little hint, and I didn't mean to do it this way. I'm just going to start putting my stuff on the counter. Now, there was a badminton thing, and I didn't think that was hers, so it was because it was toward the back of the counter, and so I just put this paper down, and it's slippery, and it slipped out of my hand, and it went boom, and it slammed right on the counter, and I went, oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean, that slipped out of my hand. I didn't mean to do that. I'm really sorry. So the cashier gives me a look like she's holding in a laugh, okay? And so the woman still wasn't fazed by this whatsoever. So she finally finished her, and the badminton thing, the cashier took it and put it over, and I said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that was hers, I apologize. So she put it over, and she's just, the cashier's just giving me this look like I'm fed up with this lady. So anyways, the lady finally finished checking out, and the manager at that point had come around, and so the cashier said to me, that was awesome. And I said, I really didn't mean to slam the paper down. She said, I could tell by your nervous laugh that, you were like, and the manager's like, what? And so she said, this lady came up here and she's standing here. And so the manager said to the cashier, you really need, at that point, you would have been justified, and don't feel bad about doing this, telling the customer, is it okay if you move your stuff aside? We have dressing rooms over there. Can you just move your stuff aside so I can check the people out, after you, and when you make your decision, then I'll be happy to check you out. And then she had told her about me putting the paper down and stuff, and the manager said, oh, I wish I would have seen that. She said that would have been so funny. Yeah, so it was like, so we were laughing about it and stuff. I said, yeah, whatever, I said it's kind of, but, the manager was just like, don't let people do that to you, to the cashier. Don't let that happen. Really just push their things aside. And I've seen this happen with other people too. They fill their carriage, and this only happens at Goodwill. They fill their carriage with clothes, and they stand there. Now, she was trying clothes on over her shirt, she's putting shirts on. But I haven't seen that far, but I have seen where people will fill their carriage, and then they'll start taking things out, and they're inspecting them. Like, no, yeah. Why are you putting things in your... I do it all the time. I put things in my carriage, but then I'll either go in a chair or I'll go somewhere off to the side, but well before I get to the cash register. And I'll say, okay, do I really need this? Do I really need this? And that's when I sort my things, or I put the things that I'm not sure of in the front of my carriage and the things I'm sure of inside the big part of my carriage. I always do that. I kind of like overload, and then I go, okay, what do you really want? I don't do that at the register. I never do. The only time I might do something like that at the register is if something doesn't have a price and they price it more than what I want, and I'll say, no, I don't want it, or whatever. That's the only time I would ever. So that's my second pet peeve. I actually have one little story. That's it after that. So anyways, we laughed about it. The cashier and the manager and I laughed about it. I was like, whatever. It was pretty funny though. So before that, I had been out and I was hungry. So I said, I'm just going to stop at, I thought it was a Wendy's, but it's now a Taco Bell and Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I said, I'm just going to get one of those little sandwiches and a soda, and that's it. Just to like tide me over because I'm really hungry till dinner. So I wait forever at the drive-up, and it just seems to be taking a really long time at the drive-up, and I'm waiting. So anyways, it's finally my turn, and I'm like, I want this, whatever the sandwich was. And so she starts to describe it, and I said, uh-huh. She goes, is that what you want? It's like, yeah, that's what I ordered. I want that sandwich and a soda. Okay. So whatever, $6. I was like, for a sandwich but whatever. Okay, so pay at the second window. So I drive up and I'm waiting. So finally my turn. They take and a lot of times, and I should have said something, but I didn't. Most of the time when you go to the drive up, they'll say that'll be, and they'll repeat the amount that you owe, and then they take your credit card or whatever. They usually always do that, but this person didn't do that, and I didn't think anything of it. So gave my credit card, got it back, and the whole time I'm wondering, they never really said the amount. I'm hoping it's the right amount, but whatever. So I take the bag and I just drive rather than sitting right there. And the receipt was, they gave me the credit card, the bag, and the receipt all in one hand. And so rather than pulling all the way, which Jack he'll sit right at the window and open up the bag. He won't move, even though there's a line of cars behind him. He's at the window and he's opened the bag and he's checking things before he leaves the window, which is, the best thing to do, because then you can say, excuse me, right there, and you don't have to. But I pulled up a good car length and I went, this isn't a sandwich. This is like a box. This is not a sandwich. And I got my drink, and so I left I was like, oh. I look at the receipt, and it's $9.98. I'm like, oh, man, I am not happy. So I parked my car, left the soda in the car, went up with the receipt, and I just plopped it on the counter, even though there was 5 people waiting in line. Plopped it on the counter. This is not what I ordered, and this is not how much I should be charged. And so the poor kid at the cash register, so he tries to, he says, he goes and gets a manager right away, and then he continues doing what he's doing, taking care of the customers. So they came over and they said, what did you order? Oh, I'm really sorry. And so then it's like they're yelling at the kid at the drive up. You have to say the amounts, and you have to tell the people what you're giving them before you just give them a box or give them anything. You have to repeat the order, and you have to repeat the amount that you're charging them. And so, I got in trouble. So anyway, so it took them, a couple minutes, and she goes, "Do you want like an empanada or some Cinnasticks?" I go, yeah, sure, I'll have an empanada. Right? So she throws that in a bag, and then they have my credit card because they're going to credit and charge it. And so she comes back and she goes, we didn't charge you anything. She says, here's your drink and here's your sandwich and the empanada. And she goes, we didn't charge you, we just credited. And I do have the credit receipt. So I got the sandwich and 2 drinks because I had the drink in my car. I didn't really think I was going to get another drink, but I didn't say anything. So anyways, I ended up getting my sandwich and my soda that I ordered for free, the empanada for free, and then the other drink, I went to drink it and I went, ooh, this tastes nasty. I didn't know what kind of drink it was, and I was like, I don't know what it was, but anyways, it was maybe, I don't know if they have Dr. Pepper. I hate Dr. Pepper. But anyways, I brought it home for Jack and he drank it. So yeah, that was my day yesterday. Anyways, so I was able to get home in time to make dinner for Jack, which was really awesome because it's been nice. He comes home anywhere between 6 and 8. And I'll say, let me know when you're coming home. I'll have dinner ready for you. So I've been cooking dinner for the 2 of us. Everyone else has been doing their own thing. Things are still not where I'd like them to be with the people living in our house, the extra people. But I don't know. I think it's going to end soon. Well, it's at least going to end by the end of the summer. I don't know if everyone's moving out by the end of the summer. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, I think a lot of things are going to change by the end of the summer, if not before that, but we'll see. At least by the end of the summer, I think a lot of things are going to change. Because we basically said, either you start acting appropriately or you're gone. And, we got a lot of pushback and everything. It's our house. Hello. But anyways, that situation has caused a ton of stress in my life, and it's and Jack is being very supportive, and I'm so happy about that. And so it's coming near an end. I know that it's not going to be as long as what we thought it was going to be, which would be till next March. It's just really difficult. You want to do the right thing for people sometimes, and sometimes they just don't. They don't appreciate it, or they take advantage. And so anyways, but like I said, at least now, Jack and I are on the same page as far as what we want and how we want things done, and we're doing our own thing for meals, and everything is kept, very separate, and it's a lot less stress on us right now, which is good, which is a really good thing. So anyways, that situation is in the works of being resolved. So anyways, back to the Goodwill stuff. So I showed you my Angry Bird, I showed you my crazy little stamps, and then my paper, and it says 67-pound weight, and it's ivory colored, and oh yeah, it's really nice. It's a nice weight, a nice cardstock weight. So that was a good price for $3 for 125 sheets of paper. Like I said, it wasn't even open. And of course I get my 10% discount, so it's not technically, I'm not going to get that piece of paper again. So it's not technically that exact amount of money. And then I'm making wedding invitations for a friend of my daughter's, which I have to start. Her wedding is not till next summer, but I have to start getting some templates ready for her. And no, I am not going to go crazy like the invitations I made for the other friends we had. These are going to be simple and, basically just, it's going to be simple. I'm going to come up with some really pretty, and I'll show you some designs that I come up with. But there's not going to be like a million steps to it like there was to the other one. That was a learning experience. So anyways, this was the other thing that I got. For 99 cents, they are called medium tent cards, and they're embossed. So I thought maybe she could use these as, if she does at the, tables, she could use those, with people's name on it and the table number. I don't know if she's going to be doing that or not. But anyways, I like to have these kind of things because, for the price, there's 100 cards on here. They're actually long. They're the full length. I just realized that they're pretty long. They're 2.5 inches when they're folded by 8.5 inches. So they're the full length. But that's okay. Maybe whatever. Like I said, I like to have these kind of template things, and when they're cheap like that. And this is a brand new package, so I always find a use for those. And then this is the other thing I got. I don't have an iPad. This is for the iPad. It's really cute. It's orange. I don't have an iPad. I have the HP touchpad, but sometimes it fits in, and I have a case for it, but I just like this one, turns and everything. And it's a really nice one, but it doesn't fit my HP touchpad. Slightly, my HP touchpad is just a little bit bigger. So anyways, I know what I can do with it, and I know plenty of people who have the iPad, so I'll probably just give it to someone. It was only $1.99. So anyways, that was my purchases for yesterday, and I'm basically staying in today. I am going to try really, really hard to get something done. At the very least, I need to make decorations for Becca's party on Sunday. We're having a going away party for her because she's moving. Yeah, it's Becca with, little Ava that I used to babysit, and she was in my videos before. A lot of you who know me know who Ava and Becca is, and Logan, her son. And so anyways, I'm Grammy Sue to little Ava because I was there when she was born, and she's actually 19 months old now. Unbelievable. And they're moving to North Carolina, and I'm going to miss them terribly, but we're having a party for them. And so I said I would make the decorations, and I got to get making those because the party's on Sunday. But the problem is my room is a disaster. It's a big disaster. So I have to figure out how to get to my boss cuts because it's way back there behind all this stuff. But anyways, I would like to make some decorations from my boss cuts. So, because my Cricut's not working, and I never got that one from that lady. She never got back to me. I don't know what happened with that, but that's no big deal. Whatever. I was going to buy one from this lady on Craigslist. But whatever. I have my boss cut, and Jack hasn't looked at my Cricut yet. He can probably fix it, I'm sure. So I think I'm going to try to figure out somehow to move a few things and make a few decorations, banners, and things like that on my boss cut. I'm going to get that done today, and then I have a shopping list of things that I need to buy for the party that her friend somewhere, I hope I have it. It's on one of my footnotes. I have this thing. Look at this thing. I picked it up. I think I picked it up at a Goodwill one time. I don't know if I ever showed you. It's a little flip-flop, and it has a magnet on the back of it, so I stick it to the thing near my keyboard. It's on my keyboard tray, which is magnetized, and then I have footnotes. Anyways, so it's on a paper on my desk here, on a footnote. If not, I think she texted me. Or, no, she Facebook messaged me, so it doesn't matter, because it's all on the messaging thing. So anyways, I have a few things I have to buy for the party, and then the party's on Sunday, so kind of really should get my act together and make the decorations today. I'm going to actually look at Sure Cuts a Lot and see what new. They have a lot of really pretty things there, so I might just purchase a couple files there and make some decorations and stuff. So anyways, that's my day. I'm just like I said, and Jack said we're going to go shopping for a new mattress. I don't know if we're going to have time this weekend because we have a lot going on. It depends. We actually don't have... Cats are acting crazy, sorry. We actually don't have anything tomorrow besides getting the groceries I need for the party if I do the decorations today. So maybe we'll go mattress shopping tomorrow. I don't know. It's just such a chore to go mattress shopping. So anyways, that's it. I'm going to stop saying so anyways and but I hope you enjoyed my vlog today, and I know I have a couple more to upload, and I will do that because I didn't have my reader. Jack took the reader yesterday for my SD card, so they'll be uploaded in the next day or so. Not that, you know, you're listening to what I'm saying right now because it's obviously not live or anything. And when you get this, it'll be like, yeah, it's uploaded. Why are you telling us it's going to be uploaded? Anyways, I am so tired. But I want to resist napping if I can. Because if I nap, I'm going to nap for like 4 hours. And that's just not going to be good. So, I hope everyone has a great day and a great weekend, because I probably won't be vlogging over the weekend. And I hope everything, all your weather is good. I don't know what the weather's going to be here. It's been raining a lot for the past few days. So we'll see. But like I said, I hope everyone has a great weekend. And thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.